Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's get into this life update of where we are. Here we are, literally approaching the 1 year mark of my divorce. So it's been roughly a year, but actually November 18th to the date is the day that my divorce was final. And yeah, life has happened. I have gone through so much transformation in this 1 year, more than I thought I would undergo, because I just really did not know. I had no idea what this was going to be like. Now, you have to understand, I decided with 6 children to walk away from a 15-year marriage to be on my own at 46 years old. I was 45 at the time. At 45 years old, I decided to leave. It was final right after my 46th birthday. And here we are, approaching the 1 year mark. The decision that I made to choose myself was by far the best decision that I could have made for me. However, it was definitely the hardest decision that I ever had to make. Having to choose me, one, as a female at that particular point in my life, there were no guarantees. The only guarantees I had was, one, I know I'm gonna always be all right. I know I'm gonna always be all right. That's one thing about me. I know I'm gonna always be all right. I didn't know what all right was gonna look like, but I knew I was gonna be all right. 2, my next guarantee was, I don't like where I am now, so wherever I'm going gotta be better. It can't get no worse than this. I was at the point in the relationship where I did not want to live. I would wake up and think, if today is my last day, if my car ran off the road today, then at least that's my way out. That's where I was emotionally. And so I knew that if I left, whatever would happen could not be worse than that. So again, choosing me was the best thing that I ever did, but it was the hardest thing. And here I am now, have made such a transformation. Like, I have made such a transformation in my life. I don't even look the same. I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be honest with you, when I look back at a lot of the pictures of me in the relationship, I get sad. I get sad that I let myself go through that. And I know that it was needed. Spiritually, I understand I had to go through all of that to get to where I am now. But looking at how low I had to get, how disconnected from me I had to be in order to stay in that situation was tough. It was tough, and it's tough to look at. Sometimes the children will send me a picture and they're just sending it because of the memory that they have at that time, and I look at me and I'm just thinking, how did I not see it? I was drained. All of my life force energy was being siphoned. I was just drained. I was giving and giving and giving from an empty cup. I had the mindset that as long as everyone else is okay, I can get through it. I can get through it. Now, I will say this. I remember one time telling someone, I can at least stay here until the baby's 18. Let me just stay for them. Let me stay for them. I can stay until they're 18. And then I remember seeing a post that said, a woman said she stayed in her marriage for the kids. And another woman said, oh, I left for mine. Once I realized that my children were going to be okay, and this was my second divorce. So here it is. I have 3 children who were okay after divorce. So it's not like I don't know that that's a possibility. It's just, I was just so, I don't know what it was, but for whatever reason, I stayed as long as I had to until I chose me. I couldn't have left a moment sooner. Because the lesson would not have been learned. But when I look back, I realized over this past year, I made it. Like, I made it. And I was in the kitchen cooking yesterday, and I just started dancing, and one of my daughters looked at me, and it was Tiana, the oldest. She just was laughing. I didn't know that I was dancing while I was cooking. I was just kind of in my head. And she said, I'm just so glad to see you so happy. And it was like she heard the thought in my head. The thought in my head was, I'm just so proud of me. I'm so grateful that I did the hard thing. And so, yeah, it's tough, but I just want to tell you, divorce is not the end of the world. Divorce is not the end of the world. It's just not. I communicate with my ex. We co-parent with the children. We show up to their sporting events. We still show them that we are their family. No matter how you look at it, we are their family. He's always going to be their dad. He's always going to be in their life. I'm always going to be their mom. So we're going to have to, even with my first husband, we're raising grandchildren together. we're not raising them, but we're still a part of the family because we have grandchildren together. So that was just that's never going to change. What changed was our dynamic together, and that's fine. But we're okay. He's living his life. And I'm sure he has his story of what he's had to go through, how he's had to grow, whatever it is. But for me, I can only speak on me, and I can honestly say that choosing me it was just the best decision. It was the best decision that I could have ever made. And I look at my life right now, and I don't know that I thought I would be here. I look at how, even with my brokerage, back in March of 2025, we had like a big customer appreciation, and I was just growing, merged with a larger company. Just so many things have happened over the course of the year. I won Miss Georgia for America Strong. I was in the best shape of my life. At 46 years old, I was in the best shape of my life. Baby, I was fine, okay? I had put in the work. But I chose me. And if you don't get anything out of this video, choosing you is what the whole purpose of this life is about. It's not about falling for this misconception that your level of success as a woman is to grow up and get married, have the picket fence. If that works for you, great. But my level of success, I feel most successful right now because I had a goal to choose me, to walk out and rebuild. And I see where I am now, and I did it. I still am in the best shape of my life. I eat, I cook, I have fun. I said I was open to dating, but y'all, I haven't been dating. Like, I'm so content with where I am. I can stretch out across the bed however I want to. When I get up, I make up the bed. I know it's gonna be like that when I come back. When I go in my bathroom, I know the sink, the counter, when my closet is exactly how I have it organized, how it's like. It's really good. Life is really good. My bills are paid. Paid. I'm paid. I am. I have a good relationship with money, by the way. I've always had a good relationship with money. I've had to learn some things. I've had to clear some blockages, but money has never been an issue for me. I've had some times without it, but my relationship with the money was still good. I just had to work on me so that the money wanted to be in my space. If I was miserable, money didn't want to be there. When I'm good, money wants to be there. So all that to say, life is good, and I'm taking it day by day. I share my story with you, one, because there's somebody who needs to hear it. I'm sure somebody who needs to hear it, that divorce isn't the end of it's not the end of the world. You can make it. I don't know everybody's situation. Some people need a plan to leave. I'm more of a cold turkey. Hey, I'm out. Whatever happens. However, if it's not working, don't stay thinking that you being a shell of a person, a broken woman, and an emotionally unavailable mom is the best thing for a child. Absolutely not. The level of happiness and peace that your child will grow up to go after is based off of the level and peace, the happiness that they see in their mom. If you can't do anything else, show your children that you are the priority, so they will choose them, so that they will understand they have to be the priority. And that means even setting boundaries with them. There are times when my children may say, hey, I want to go to this party, I want to go do this. Mommy's tired today, I'm not going to be able to do that, I need to rest today because I've driven you around all week. Today is mommy's day. And it's okay to set a boundary, and I feel okay. I don't feel like I'm a bad person when I do that. I don't feel like a bad person when I say no. I don't feel like a bad person when I choose me. So if nothing else, please remember to choose you. You are the most important person in your story. You are the main character in your story. You are all that was, is, and ever shall be. You are source. You are the only character in your story. And if you don't choose you, no one else will.